Welcome back to our beautiful, vibrant community, Be the Little Light. My name is Brittany, and today I am going to be channeling a message for you. This is a general reading, but I trust this message is going to reach exactly who it's meant to at exactly the right time. I was guided to tap into the Divine Mother energy and setting those intentions. I pulled some cards and sat with the energy that came up. And the messages were really very much around a divine feminine. um, this could be speaking to the divine feminine energy within you, or you may identify as a feminine, as a divine feminine. But this energy that I'm tapping into is very maternal. It's very feminine. So, with that being said, I will get into these messages. So, I am speaking to, for who this message is for, I am speaking to a divine feminine who has felt very let down. There's this heavy energy here of grief, of sadness. I feel it's very obvious that you're moving through something really heavy. You might even be feeling called to end something, or something has ended. You may be feeling called to move in an entirely different direction. You may be feeling called to physically move, to relocate. You may be switching seasons in your life. There was this message, there's absolutely this message here of death, of something coming to an end. But I was also getting this energy of barren. And for me, it was multi-layered, and it felt like it could represent um, being in a winter season in your life. It could also deal with transitioning between um, different cycles within the feminine. This could be moving from the mother to the crone. There's definitely just this big transitional energy. And right now, even with all of that going on, you are incredibly tapped in. You're incredibly intuitive. Your intuition is so tapped in right now. I'm speaking to someone who is having visions in their dreams, and they're coming true, or they're going to come true. You may already be aware of your psychic abilities and premonitions in your dreams. And if you are not aware of that yet, that's something that is going to start to become it's going to start to become louder. It's going to start to appear more in your awareness. And I really don't feel like this is someone that's brand new to this that I'm speaking to. I feel like you're someone that's been around the block when it comes to being very tapped in, your third eye very wide open, and just being able to see things for what they are. And I feel like part of that may be adding to some of this sadness, to some of this grief, because you may just be so painfully aware that it's time for you to move on from a situation. Because it's in your best interest. There's also this message here of, and some of that, going back to that intuitive call you may be feeling to bring something to an end, or come to terms with something that has shifted and that has ended. You may be, some of this grief may also be denial, like not wanting it to end, not wanting to come to terms with if it has already ended. I feel like I'm speaking to a very specific, guarded feminine energy, someone who has felt very wounded, someone who feels like no matter how much good they put out, feeling like things get turned on them and wondering and feeling like, well, maybe it's just not really safe for me to trust people or situations or things or even my own intuition. And that is absolutely not true. And the message from your guides and from the divine mother energy is that you are so protected, you are so watched over. And there's this also this message about the energy of your tears. And I was diving deeper into that, and there was something about your tears being nourishment to the earth. And I was like, well, what exactly does that mean? And it's your humanity, it's your compassion. And for you, you might feel like being so emotional and caring so much in a world where people just seem like they don't give a, and I'm speaking to someone who may feel like maybe I'm too emotional. Maybe I feel too much. This person doesn't care, that person doesn't care. All these people seem to be just focused on who knows what. I'm just out here just trying to do my best, trying to put my best foot forward, put my heart on my sleeve. The fact that you cry over things, the fact that you feel it that deeply is a gift. That compassion, that nurturing energy, that mothering energy within you is so strong, so powerful, but it's also so, so needed. It's so, so needed on this earth. You give back to the earth even when you cry, because you're showing that you care, that you feel. I'm also talking to a feminine energy that understands the importance of balance, being in tune with nature, of reciprocity. And maybe because you have been so tapped into reciprocity, maybe that has made your wide eyesight feel sometimes like a double-edged sword, because you can't unsee and you can't unknow what you know innately, but you feel in your bones. You're being guided right now to channel your energy back into yourself. And I'm feeling there's this card, it says stillness. And when I saw it first, I actually thought it said silliness. And I do feel like you are being invited to bring some play back in, because this is the energy that you are in and that you are feeling. It's very real and it's very deep. And spirit wants to acknowledge that it doesn't take away from anything that you're experiencing, but I do see the energy of the mother energy wanting you to focus your energy back to yourself, calling your energy back to yourself, and moving where you feel guided, where you're being called to move to. There is a place for you. That's what I got when I saw this card. There is a perfect place for you where you fit in. Not only do you fit in perfectly, but you thrive in. There is the right environment for you to shine. They definitely want to emphasize that you are protected. That's the second time I've gotten a protection card. You are protected. Um, please feel that. There is a perfect place that's meant for you. It's going to require you to take a chance. And you're being asked here to not let your past experiences and some of the what I feel like PTSD coming up from this situation that you are being asked to move through. I feel like someone that I may be speaking to, and it may not be everyone that this reading is for, but I do feel an energy in relocation. And for some of you, this may have not come up in the way that you would have preferred. You may have expected it, you may have not expected it, but either way, it feels like a chaotic turn of events. You're being guided to redirect. That's what it is. You're being guided to redirect. Give me just a second here. You may also be in this period, this stage of kind of trying to process things. And that's some of what that stillness here is. It's like stepping out of yourself for a second and becoming the witness to you. And it's like seeing things from a bigger picture, seeing things from a bigger scope, a wider lens. Let's see what the angels have to say. What do you have to say, angels? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. The angels are saying, the message I'm getting from the angels is that even as tumultuous as some of this energy may be right now that you're experiencing or has already transpired, and you're trying to process and 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 grieve and move through, you are more than capable of, and you probably already are, and maybe not really giving yourself credit of your ability, your natural ability to move through this transition with grace. It's like, if not this, then something better. I wanted this to work out, and I'm so sad over it, or I'm so, I'm so hurt by it. Acknowledging your feelings. Absolutely acknowledging your feelings, but that it just wasn't meant to be, or it was time, my time here is done. I've completed what I need to. And even though I would like to stay longer, it's time for me to move on. There are new experiences that are awaiting you. And even if you feel like you're in a period where you were being entirely uprooted, don't know how you're going to come up with the resources to move through this situation or even better yourself, what I'm seeing on the other side of this is what's in your best interest. Good things. Things just working out. You being at the right place at the right time. Networking with the right person. The right person thinking about you at the exact time that you need something. Things you wouldn't, dots you wouldn't be able to connect to on your own. But just trusting, like, I don't know why I'm being called to go in this direction, but I'm going to follow it. What's the advice? I'm also getting that as chaotic as some of this may feel, what's being shifted and moved away is actually clearing the way for your actual true desires and the actual things that you really are calling into your life. There has to be this shift and reorganization, and sometimes that can translate in our journeys as being very destructive, as being the tower moment. What's the advice? Divine Mother energy, what's the advice? The advice here. The advice here is you are going to move through this very difficult thing that you feel is very difficult, but it's actually not difficult for you and your capabilities of what you are capable of moving through, shifting through. You are someone that's able to think on your feet. You are someone that's able to adapt. You have these abilities already. Trust in your abilities that you already have, but you're going to learn something new from yourself, from the situation. And most importantly, you're going to call back your power. You may have been in certain situations, in certain environments that weren't really cultivating your power, allowing you to stand 10 toes down, firmly rooted, appreciated. This whole experience is for you to come back to yourself and take the direction and the lead in your life. Being so sure in yourself. If you're not sure how anything is going to work out, being sure in yourself and your abilities that you're going to find new ways in how to live, how to work, how to acquire new resources, how to shift and adapt to this new change that it's here, it's inevitable. It's not something that's negotiable is what I'm getting. It's something that you are shifting through. It is required for your evolution, your highest and greatest good. Call back power to yourself. That feels like a good note for me to leave this on. Thank you guys so much for sitting with me. I'm sending you so much love and compassion, especially if you really are moving. If this message was for you and you are moving through something really heavy, I feel for you. I love you. I believe in you. I truly do. Thank you for sitting with me, and I will talk to you guys next time.